Alrighty, we are go. I presume. Yep, everything's okay. So, hello everyone. I doubt there's anyone watching right now, but if anyone does manage to get here, well, manage to scoot on over to our Twitch page, I'm Aaron from AutomationHub, and today we are going to build the successor to the current Vauxhall Astra that is Top Gear's reasonably priced car. So, I had this idea. I don't know when I got the idea, but I just thought, hey, why don't I try and do a reasonably priced car since we have the Top Gear track in automation. So that is exactly what we're going to do. It's only going to be a very short stream today. I know I say that quite a lot and it ends up being like 2 hours, but I'm going to aim to keep the stream under an hour, just because I've got like time restrictions or whatever. So let's get right on into it. Let me just quickly check the viewer list, see if anyone's here. Not right now, but I'm sure people will start showing up soon. But let's get right ahead because I will be uploading this to YouTube also. And we're going to go straight ahead, monocoque chassis 2014, yes, because this is going to be a very new, reasonably priced car. We're still going to use pretty cheap materials though, corrosion resistant steel, transverse for front wheel drive craziness, and yeah, torsion beam on the back, I think. And then front wheel drive and corrosion resistant steel. And on to the body. I'm still torn whether to use this hatchback body or whether I should use something different, like maybe the small sedan, or there's not really much else, is there? Okay, no, so I think we're going to use this hatchback. Because I mean, I know the Kia, wait, was the Kia a hatchback or a sedan? I'm not sure. I know the Suzuki was a sedan and the Chevrolet was a sedan, but it's time for some change at the Top Gear office. We're going to use a hatchback. Very strange shaped hatchback, but a hatchback nonetheless. Very strangely shaped hatchback with a massive arse. No, not really, that is very ugly. You could probably lie across that. Nah, so we're just keeping it nice and flat. Flare out the wheel arches for some fake sporty look, because obviously this thing is going to be slow. Is it just me, or does the front of this hatchback always look really big and bulgy? I don't know, maybe it's just me. Oh hey, we've got some viewers now, Duke Accent and Newt Vardson, two loyal viewers joining us. Welcome guys. So if you didn't hear me at the start, because you probably weren't here, we are building a reasonably priced car to succeed the Vauxhall Astra in, well, in fake Top Gear basically, in automation Top Gear let's call it. So we're just going to build a successor, so it's going to be cheap, it's going to be slow, and it's going to be great. So what colour should we have this? Maybe we should go back to blue like the Liana. The Liana was blue, wasn't it? And the Lacetti. Or maybe we can go completely different and maybe have a yellow, reasonably priced car. Because, I mean, it was blue, then blue again, then brown, then red. So yeah, we're gonna make some change in Top Gear and have a yellow, reasonably priced car. Yes, Jack Go, if you didn't hear, we are making a boring and slow car today, because we're making a reasonably priced car. And it's going to be amazing. So, what grille? I need to be careful in case I click the wrong 300C grille, because one of them was one of my attempted grills, but for some reason always crashes the game. So, I need to make sure that I click the right one if I'm ever going to use it. But hey, I think I'm going to use probably this one. I do like the custom grills. It's a bit... oh, that's not a very good size. That's decent enough, I guess. Maybe I could have two and then just like flip them. Well, I don't know whether that would be too much. No, I think it could work. In fact, that looks quite cool with the split. Yes. We're going to keep that, it's kind of funky. And then we'll put on my usual, this badge. Oh, no, that's not a very good shape, is it? Oh, get rid of this. And I can't exactly make one bigger, can I? Because, like, will that affect it? Oh, no, that's not gone well, has it? Oh, no. Move this down, and then move this also down. That's better. Alright. And then this can go on. Oh. Huh. That hasn't really worked too well, has it? Maybe it'll work with a different badge. Automation logo. Oh, I didn't even delete the thing. Alright, automation logo, let's see if you do any better. There we have it. It's quite a big grill, but hey, we'll stick with it. And then maybe these. Oh my gosh, that's very ugly. That's like painfully ugly to look at. And that is a lot worse. What am I creating here? Oh wow. Okay, well it's 2014, so I guess we can get away with using some modern headlights. I don't know. Oh, it looks so sad. Maybe if I flip it, it might look a bit more determined. Yes, that's it. That's more like it. Oh gosh. I want to try and match the shape of the body, kind of, but I don't know. It's not looking too great. Oh, that's decent enough. Yeah, I can go with that. Maybe rotate it that way a little. Okay, now it looks, again, it looks sad, but it doesn't look too bad. It's not one of the prettiest cars I've created, but I don't know. It matches the body somewhat. And I don't want to spend too long on the headlights anyway, because I know that I normally do. And grills again. Maybe that one, just kind of... Ha! No, that is ugly. Oh my word. Okay, no, we're not having that. We don't want to make this too painful. We don't want to make all the children sick. Maybe this? I don't know. Again, like I said before, I'm really drawn to using custom grills. Ha! That is... Oh my god, I think it's the headlights and then the huge grill on the top that kind of do it. Nah, I think I'm going to remove one actually. It does look kind of okay, but... Move that up. It just... I don't know what it reminds me of, but it's not very nice. Nah, it's the headlights I think that do it. I'm pretty sure it's the headlights. That looks a bit better. When it looks kind of more angry. Oh no, that's too close together. Oh gosh. I'm not sure where to place them exactly. There, I guess they can just go there. And then we can have some vents with some fog lights. If it would let me select them. It looks almost too generic. I don't know. Oh yeah, we need a number plate holder. That's one thing I always forget. Where are you, square grill? There you are. Come on, select please, thank you. And then maybe I could have it just sort of there. Don't know whether that makes the grill look a bit strange. Well, unless I move the grill down maybe. There we go. Wow, I can't decide whether it's ugly or decent. I don't know. Yeah, I agree, accent. It shouldn't really be too pretty, but I don't know, I don't like creating ugly cars. It's not really my thing. Well, in my opinion I don't create ugly cars, but it can stand. It's debatable. I'm just experimenting here. I'm just wondering how that would actually look. That's okay. I don't mind that. I'll go with it. It almost matches as well. Maybe if I do that and then move it down. There we go. Now it almost has some shape to it. Emphasis on the word almost. Oh yeah, and then I need little fog lights. Oh no, we're not putting any chrome on this thing. The only chrome we have is the badge. This can't be executive in any way. I mean, I'm not even sure why the Astra that they currently use has the chrome strip around the windows. That gives a whiff that it's not very reasonably priced. I mean, it's decent, it's valuable. I mean, it's good value, I mean not valuable. But it's not exactly as cheap as the Liana. But yeah, I don't mind how this looks, it's okay. It's good enough. I'll take a look at the chat real quick. Dr. Weasel is also here. Okay. We've got our loyal viewers back with us, as usual. So, Weasel, we are building a successor to the Vauxhall Astra, which is Top Gear's reasonably priced car. So we've already done the front. It's not exactly amazingly nice to look at, but neither is any reasonably priced car, except for the Astra, arguably. But yeah, we're moving on to the side, which is going to be just door handles and indicators. In fact... Oh no, it's okay. They already have indicators in the headlights. Alright, door handles. I don't know. I don't know which one to pick. I want one that's modern but not executive. I guess that's kind of generic enough. Rotate it just ever so slightly. There we go. And then do the same to this. Okay. Indicators. Excuse me. Right. Indicator can just go there, like I always put. And then we move on to the back, of which I don't like on this car. In fact, I don't really like doing tail lights in general, just because, again, there's the lack of options. I mean, everyone complains about this, but there is a lack of options right now. But I am thinking of trying to model tail lights, but I mean, I need to master modeling grills first, but it may be something I want to look into in the future, is trying to get some new headlights and taillights into the game. But hey, we're stuck with these for now, so we'll try and make some use of them. Haha, wow, what a pretty set of taillights. I guess if I like use two, because they're kind of funky shaped, maybe I could use two and maybe flip one. Possibly. It could work. Oh no, it kind of looks like a butterfly. Oh, that's not too great, is it? Maybe I could do that. Hey, that's quite cool. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really match the body very much, but it's kind of cool the way it blends. Yeah, I'm sticking with that. I kind of made it look good by pure look, and I don't think I'd be able to do it again, so I'm going to stick with that. You know, give it a little quirky edge. The grille is too aggressive, says Jackgo. Let me take a look. I don't know. Which grille? The between the headlights part? I'm kind of happy with that. I don't know. Maybe it's the headlights that do it, that make it look kind of angry, but hey, I think I'm going to keep it. I quite like it. I don't know how I did it, but I'm sticking with it. Much like the taillights, I don't know how I did that either. Right, badges, automation logo. I think I might actually just start using this automation logo as my badge all the time because it actually looks quite good. I mean, it's a little bit smaller as well, so I don't need to have a massive grill to incorporate the badge, if I was to use a grill, of course. Right, vents we can put on here, maybe those, just because they're mine. Yeah, that's not bad, but then the exhausts, where will the exhausts go? And plus a car like this doesn't really need vents on the back, does it? Again, too aggressive. Yeah, that's definitely too aggressive. I mean, it looks good, but not really for this kind of car. Maybe I could have that, and just kind of make them a bit thinner and... I mean, it doesn't even add any cooling, but I mean, it's just to break up the emptiness, really. And then exhausts will have one. And then we'll have... Place it, please. Oh wow, the hole that it's jabbed in for the exhaust is a bit iffy. But hey, that's not really a big deal. And then finally, a number plate holder. Oh, that's not it. There we go. Perfect. Isn't this just a fine beauty? Okay, quick check up on the viewer list so we can welcome everybody. We have 6 viewers, although one viewer doesn't have a name, so they're probably not signed in. Welcome, person who isn't signed in. And I hope you stay, and I hope you enjoy what you're looking at. Back to this front then. I don't know, maybe I could change the headlights. I mean, if I take the headlights away, I quite like how the... Oh my gosh. That looks very beautiful. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, car. You're pretty. Nah. Oh no, 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 don't tick it. Get it away. No, I do like this grille. The more I look at it, the more I like it, and it kind of has... It gives it a kind of a curvy shape. I've never really been able to create a good shape with any car before. Oh god. I don't really like these headlights. Now that is too aggressive. And that looks very sad again. That could work. Don't know if the shape is too... I don't know. That's uglier, but then I guess that's more in the spirit of being a reasonably priced car. It kind of is good to be horrible or ugly. Kind of reminds me of a Seat for some reason. Oh gosh, that's not nice. I've made it more sad. Why do the cars I make always look so depressed? Do keep me updated in the chat, by the way, of how you think this car's getting along and if you think I should change anything. And also let me know how the audio is, because Bart isn't really here at the moment. He's off on a job, so I don't have anyone at the moment to bombard me with messages on Skype telling me how things are going. So if someone could let me know in the chat, that would be marvellous. Maybe these headlights. I mean, not like this because it's too aggressive, but maybe if I flip them. The flip tool is a wonderful thing. Oh, that's nice, but again, it's quite aggressive. But then if I slope them upwards, it looks sad again. In fact, no, well, I don't know, that's not really too bad. I don't know, I can't decide. It almost follows the seam of the front bumper, kind of. Almost, unless maybe I make it... If I make it like that... Oh god, no, that's a bit big. I was going to say if I do that and then move it down, just to try and make it follow the curve as much as possible, but now they're quite huge. So maybe I can just do that. I don't know. How do you guys think it looks? Audio is fine. Great. That's probably the first stream I've done where I don't really have to change anything. I was going to try and use OBS for this stream just to see what it was like, but it would, I don't know, it kept on having issues, and I had to get a stream key from Twitch and everything, so that was just a big shambles that I didn't really want to get into so close to the start of a stream, because that was probably about an hour ago. So I'm sticking with XSplit for this time, but I might try out OBS in the future. I'm not sure what the advantages are besides it being open source. But yeah, at the moment XSplit is doing a fine job. Oh, I don't know with these blooming headlights. That could actually work. Just simple. Yeah, that could work. In fact, it does work. Yeah. Okay, I'm sticking with that. It's not too bad. I mean, when you rotate it, you can kind of see the vent in there, but from the front, it looks mighty fine. You still get the little curve coming down here towards the number plate holder from the vent. I mean, it almost looks a bit much on the front here, but it's not too bad. I like it. And then obviously the side is very boring, as per usual. And then the back is kind of, I don't know whether it matches the front very well, but I don't know, I like what it did. So I think that could be the design finished. Possibly. Yeah, I reckon we'll call that done. Now, for the engine, I'm aiming for about 100 horsepower, kind of similar to General Motors' Family 1 series of engines, the C16SE, which has exactly 100 horsepower and 135 newton meters of torque. So that's, as far as I know, that's the engine that's used in Top Gear's Vauxhall Astra. It's either that or the Z16SE, which only has 86 horsepower. But that's too boring. I mean, for a car that looks vaguely aggressive, we want to give it at least 100 horsepower. So let's get ahead and cast iron to make it very cheap. And what is it at the moment? Okay, so that's 1.9, what about 1.4? So, oh, hey, that works, but we do want a slightly, we want to make it kind of pretty much square. So 76.3 could do it. Okay, no, that'll be fine. For some reason I always make my engines pretty much square, but I'm not too sure, because I mean, I don't need a smaller stroke because it's not really going to rev. Don't need a longer stroke because I don't really know, because I'm not trying to squeeze out any displacement out of it. So yeah, we're just going to keep it square and have very cheap rubbish bob end parts. And then, should we do dual overhead cam? I don't know. I think we could. In fact, yeah, we're going to do that, but we're not going to go. We're only going to go maybe 4 valves per cylinder. I try and act like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm pretty much just relying on guesswork here. And compression can be quite low. Cam profile relatively normal. Have some VVT, you know, for the emissions. I'm probably doing things like so terribly, but I don't know. Multi-point fuel injection, that's the same as the Astra engine currently uses, with standard intake. Premium? Do we want premium? It's not really a premium car. Nah, regular unleaded. We'll keep all that as it is. Maybe rev it to 7,000, give it a bit of fun, possibly. And short cast should be fine. And possibly, yeah. And then 2 reverse flow. Okay, so it's a decent enough engine. I would like to get a little bit more power, and we can do that because we're only using 79.5 RON, so I could have actually ran low quality unleaded if I wanted to, but I wouldn't put myself through that. Okay, 92.1, now we're getting somewhere. We make the fuel a little bit leaner just to just to get some economy. Okay, 94.6. Maybe a little bit more compression. That should probably do it. In fact, no, we actually have quite a lot of headroom, so let's bring it up to 9. And then, maybe cam profile. Oh god, I'm getting too obsessed with power here. I mean, I could bump that up to 65 possibly. I'm not sure how advanced ignition timings cars like this should have. Okay, so now I'm at exactly, well, pretty much exactly 100 horsepower, 99.9. Sneaky Rat is also here. Hello. And he wants push rods with loads of exclamation marks, which means he really wants push rods. I don't know. I'm revving to 7,000 here, and I don't want to sacrifice anything. So I'm afraid push rods probably is a no-go for this one. At the moment I'm actually dual overhead cam. I'm not sure whether I can get away with single, just to make it even more of a reasonably priced car, sorry. Skip the test. Nah, that causes all kinds of problems and doesn't really sacrifice much of the price, so I think we're going to stick dual overhead cam. Maybe 2 valves per cylinder, let's see how that works. I don't know whether that would... no, it hasn't really helped at all except for economy and a tiny little bit of power. So yeah, 4 valves per cylinder it is. Alright, so we're back to 99.9. I wonder what else we can do. Maybe get some... Wait, why am I putting quality sliders on a reasonably priced car? Plus it hasn't really helped with power. I just want to get at least 100, maybe 110. I guess I can just use up some compression. Okay, so we're at 102. Oh god, I'm going to have to bump this up to 55. I'm getting power hungry here. Okay, 106. But now the max power isn't really at a very nice point. There's engines with kind of like red lines in between the zeros and the 500s, isn't there? Like 7,300. I don't know. Right, that's fine. Reliability didn't go down too much. So we're currently at 106 horsepower, which I think is pretty alright. And we can still turn up some compression as well. I don't know how high I want to go though, because it goes up in quite big steps. Okay, 90.8. I guess we can just squeeze every little bit of fuel out of this. Oh, almost tested it twice. 91.0 and it's not knocking, so that must be just on the point. Like right where I need to be. Direct acting. No, I'm happy with this engine now. It may be a tad expensive, but I'm happy with it. It's got pretty good figures all round, so I think I'm going to keep it. It's got 23% economy. So, oh, but in fact, that hasn't really helped doing that ignition timing change, I just realised. So that's also improved economy by nothing apparently, and also just changed the peak power point. So yeah, what shall we name this beast? Because as usual, I don't have an engine naming code. I'll probably have like E for economy, 1.4. E14 RPC for reasonably priced car. Iron block aluminium head. Oh, thank you for the info, but I think that will probably ruin our reliability if we put an aluminium head. Oh, normally it puts the reliability down to about 40, but 69.0 is still pretty decent. And emissions have gone down. It's became lighter. But then I'm not trying to recreate the current Astra engine, but hey, I've never made an engine with different block and head materials, so I guess we can keep that. But yeah, E14 RPC. RPC stands for reasonably priced car, E stands for economical. It's not really amazingly economical really, but I had nothing else to put there. Unless I put AH. Oh, that means I have to type it all again. No, I'm going to keep it. Save. Right, it's trim time. Oh wow. What a pretty little thing that is. Alright, so we want... I reckon we should have automatic. I have 0 cars with automatic transmission so far. For the first time for everything. With 5 ratios. Top speed 122. Ah, brilliant. So, 3rd gear I reckon we can put to get to 60. Other than that we'll just... Oh, in fact I need to do the top speed first before I do the gearing. So, spacing... I don't know. About 45. What else? Okay. Hard long life or medium compound? How reasonably priced do we want it to be? Do we want it to be terrible reasonably priced or decent reasonably priced? I reckon we'll go medium compound. Oh god, how wide do we want the tyres? Maybe rear tyres can be 215. I don't know whether that's a lot. I'm not too sure. I think that might be a little bit wide. Wheel diameter can go up a little, and we're going to keep with the 15s. In fact, maybe instead of making wider tyres, we can keep the 185s and just add some offset to the back. There we go. Now it kind of fills out the slightly flared arches. Solid disc. We want very bad brakes because where's the fun in having good brakes? 225s. I think that would probably be the widest we'll go. In fact, put that up to 20. We don't want it to be too comfortable. This thing is supposed to be reasonably priced. It shouldn't be comfortable. Oh no, want 210s. I'm going to wait for numerous corrections. Okay, 185 is a norm for 15. Oh, so I did something right. Okay, I've pleased myself there, doing something that isn't wrong. Come on, let me click the under tray, thank you. Oh, I just realised this thing has a lot of cooling. Maybe it can be like converted into some race spec hatchback. Touring car maybe. Do we need brake airflow? We have the spare cooling, we might as well give it some. And then have that down to about 100 above the required cooling, gives us a nice reliability boost. And interior, the most crappiest part of the car, we want basic. In fact no, we want standard, we're not going to have it too bad. Quality though can be 0 and we'll have, in fact basic interior with standard entertainment I think will be okay. Power steering, anti-lock brakes, electronic stability. Safety can be standard. We don't want it to be a death trap. And suspension can be normal. I don't really want it to be comfort because it's not a comfort car, and there's no reasonably priced crappy suspension option, so I think we'll keep it as it is. Okay, corrections coming at me in the chat. Brake airflow, where has it gone? There it is. Put it down. And then just put this down a bit more. There we go. I wasn't too sure whether I needed brake airflow anyway, but I wanted to put it on just for no reason. Alright, let's test this thing and see what we get. Wow, you are a tame thing. 66.2, that's very good. And it even has some sportiness, which I didn't really expect with an engine with 105 horsepower. Oh, but it is very economical. 50 miles to the gallon I think is extremely good. And it's got good comfort and good safety. It's kind of a better car than I thought it was going to be. But it is a little bit expensive. I would probably expect to sell it for about 9 grand, which wouldn't really be too great. Yeah, the car is a bit expensive. I'm going to try and maybe save costs on the engine, possibly. I think I might change this back to cast iron. And then single overhead cam. Yeah, okay. Now it's a lot slower, 97.7. And now it's not as economical. That's a shame. But I do still want that 100 horsepower. I mean, I know my peak power is almost at the red line, but in fact, no, I'll make it rev even more. Just because we changed the head back to cast iron, so we get a little bit extra reliability. Yeah, not too bad. 90.6, so maybe I can put that up. I don't know whether it'll help. Yeah, it's kind of helped, not much. Maybe pump it up to 70. Yeah. Alright, so that's going to be revision 2. Revision 1, sorry. I don't know why there's revision 0. But anyway, that's another decent engine. It's a bit more responsive. But yeah, let's see how that changes the price. It might be also that I'll change the suspension of the front to McPherson strut instead of double wishbone, because I'm not sure whether it's really necessary. Okay, it's a little bit cheaper, not much. It's also more comfortable and more safe, somehow. But yeah, I'm going to change the suspension. Let me see, cost. Production unit average, production unit high. Okay, yeah, so double wishbone wasn't really the way to go. Right, let's see what that does. Oh. Well, that didn't change the price at all. Not whatsoever. So... Oh! Apparently I didn't even change it. Wow, I'm stupid. Okay, now let's see what it does. Okay, another correction, I should change the suspension to semi-trailing arm. Okay, so we're slowly bringing down the price, and that actually increased everything except for tameness, sportiness and comfort. Well, it didn't really increase economy by anything, but utility has gone up a considerable amount. Semi-trailing arm, well, it's basically the same as torsion beam, except it's cheaper, and it's also better. I mean, it's lighter, it's lighter, more tame, cheaper, more compact, and has a higher load capacity. It just means I can't have four-wheel drive, which I wasn't going to have anyway. But I know, well, I don't know, should I change it to semi-trailing arm, or shall I keep torsion beam? Because according to this, torsion beam seems to be better. I think I'm going to keep torsion beam. Other than that, I might just have a steel chassis, possibly. Maybe add some minus quality. I don't know, I just want to get it down to a price where I can sell it for around about 10 grand at the most. Maybe, in fact, maybe 11 grand. I'm actually not sure about the formula for calculating what would be a good price based on the costs in the game, but apparently it's like 2 times production costs and something else. But at the moment it costs about 7 grand, which I think is pretty decent. I mean, it's not very sporty, it's not very prestigious, but other than that, it's still a pretty decent car. It's quite light, well, light-ish. But hey, now comes the moment of truth. The test track. This is the wrong test track. The real test track airfield, completely original. So, where are we? Let's click. In fact, no, let's look at the stats first. So it gets to about 120. Weight distribution, kind of front heavy. Braking is decent enough. It does the quarter mile in 18 seconds. Whew, blistering. Acceleration, 11.8. I think that's slower than the Astra, I think. I'm not sure if I'm right. We have more power than the current Astra's engine. Where can I see the torque? Let's go back to here. 123, and the Astra engine produces 135, so we have a tiny bit more power but less torque. But hey, oh, I minimised the game, whoopsie daisies. Right, back to the test track. Let me see what the chat's saying before I go ahead and do this. Maybe I've done something wrong or something. Nope. Okay then, let's get right on into it. Wait, oh, it generates at least 1G in the corners. That's good. As long as it's above 1, I'm happy with cornering. I'm not sure how laggy the sounds are on the game today. Maybe it could be bearable. Let me turn up my speakers for a second. I can only hear the soundtrack, so I guess I had the sound effects turned down. Which probably was a good idea, because the sound effects at the moment aren't really the best. Especially when you're pulling bodies and stuff, it's kind of a bit loud. So anyway, let's stop that. Wow. After all that time, it only just got to diesel. Almost. Okay, let's see. 146.6. That's not great. I mean, sorry, let me quickly check the lap times of the Astra. Got my Wikipedia. Where is it? So 144.7 was Aaron Paul, and then 145, 46, 66, 7, 8. Jack Whitehall. 154 because he hadn't driven a car before. Damn. He is funny though. So I'm aiming for about 144, 45, but that would be, I would probably need to aim for about 141 in the game, because it's quite slower than in real life. So I guess that means we need to go back to the engine and give it more power. So what can we do to start off with? We're going to probably make it a ton more expensive again, but this is because I need it to be a little bit quicker than the Astra. Maybe have VVT on all cams. Oh, that's definitely helped. 115 horsepower we're now at. I think I'm maybe wanting to rev it a little bit more. I don't know whether this is a bit high for a reasonably priced car. 7.7 RPM. Ooh, that's definitely taken a kick to the reliability. Maybe 7.5 would be the highest we'll go. Okay, 115. Maybe turn down the cam profile just to get the max power exactly where we want it to be. Okay, it's knocking. In fact, our compression is a little bit high. Well, it's higher than I thought I had it. Okay, so 109. Oh, wow. Now that is economical. Which I think means we have a little bit of space for some leaner fuel, richer fuel, sorry. That didn't help. I guess richer fuel isn't really the way to go. I could... No, I'm not going to turbocharge it. I'm going to try and stay away from that if I can. More power. Oh, you can't have dual configuration for multi-point. I don't really want it direct injected. I mean, it's not necessary and it's too expensive. I mean, I'm going to see what power I can get with direct injection. It's about the same, except it just gets a ton more economical and we have more octane to play with. So I think multi-point would be the best. I'll probably get some advice. 30% power loss through torque converter. Oh. Okay, yeah, I'm stupid. I made it an automatic, which I guess was probably the first place I should have looked. But hey, in the process we made it more powerful and more economical. So yeah, manual, and we want 5 speeds. Okay, the top speed has gone up already. And then spacing, we want 3rd gear. Oh, no. 3rd gear can go to about 60. So in fact, almost at the default spacing will pretty much do that. And it's a shame we don't have the different diff options yet. I mean, they do in the beta build of the game, but it's not here yet in the public build. So let's see what we get. Wow, it's more economical than we started with. It's actually cheaper than our very first draft. It is more sporty. It's not as tame, but the tameness is still pretty good. It's very safe, a bit more prestigious, and less comfortable, but who cares about comfort in a reasonably priced car? And it's very reliable. I think this could do it, ladies and gentlemen. The run of the reasonably priced car. Here we go. Has it started? It's started. Now let's stop it. Track stats. Ooh. Okay, so we've lost about 2 seconds, but I'd say it's not really enough. I don't know. I mean, if we base this off like the well, if we made this the same as real life, so in real life it was also 144, that would be a pretty good car. But if it's correct that this simulation is 3 seconds slower than real life, then it would actually be 147, which isn't too great compared to past reasonably priced cars. Because I mean, even in the Lassetti, JK got 145. In fact, there was a few 145s and low 146s. So, let's see, the Liana, the best was 146.7, and in game here it's 144.3, so faster than Lassetti. In fact, is it faster than Lassetti? Yeah, faster than Lassetti. It's not as quick as the Kia. It's almost as quick as the Kia, but not. And then it's, in fact, 144.7 for the Astra, 144.3 for this, but again it's slower than in real life. I don't know. I think should we call that finished? I mean, it does 50 miles to the gallon, so maybe we could sacrifice some economy or something. I don't know. I could try fitting a sport suspension, but that's not really logical on a car like this. So what power are we on actually? We're on 109. It's not being choked by the exhaust in any way. Maybe I can just add a tad of fuel quality. Okay, so that did nothing. It even made the economy worse. It made everything worse. Except for the price. How does that work? Okay, so I improved the price again and made everything even worse. What have I done? What? I had much better economy. It was like 0.5 naught something. And... what? Did I do something different there that I didn't... I don't know. Did I do something that I didn't realise? I mean, I changed this up to 2, tested it, and it made things worse. So let's do that again. Okay, so this time it's made things better. What? Okay, I don't know. We'll keep it like this. So, power didn't go up at all. What if I pick... oh no, I don't really want forged internals for this car. It's supposed to be reasonably priced. Top end, what can I do here? Oh no, we don't want 5 per cylinder. Maybe just some top end quality could do it. we got 1 more horsepower. It actually made the engine cheaper in terms of material costs. Ah, wow. It's a strange, strange little world here in automation. Maybe I could use some lighter materials. Corrosion resistant. How expensive is aluminium? Tooling cost is very high, but production units is kind of average and material cost is also average. Let's see how that affects everything first, like the price mainly. Okay, so our changes have pretty much added about $100 to the total price. But it's definitely a lot more tame, more sporty, more reliable and more economical. A lot more economical, in fact it does 55 miles to the gallon. I think this is going to be the final revision actually. I've streamed for longer than I was supposed to. As per usual with my streams, I just get carried away, waffling on to you guys and hope that something sticks in your mind and lives with you forever and ever and ever. That was quite scary. Right, back to normality. Oh, that's much better. I don't know what I did, but that's definitely a lot better. 141.63, which means in real life that's 144.63, roughly. So let me see the times again. 144.7 was the top of the Astra leaderboard, so this is a tiny little bit faster. I think that's very good, and it's also still relatively cheap. I mean, I think I read the formula of the price for cars and stuff from the post JackGo made, so if you're still here, JackGo, could you explain to me what the formula is and whether or not the costs for this car is good enough? At the moment it's $7,187. But other than that, if the price is too expensive, that's a shame because this is a damn good car. I mean, really, extremely economical. It's as fast as a reasonably priced car. Very tame, kind of comfortable, it's bearable, and relatively safe. And not to mention it looks kind of funky too. Okay, it seems JackGo has disappeared off the face of the earth, so I think if that's that, we're going to name it and save it and call it a day. So, what can we name this? Do we really need to give it a real name, or can we just put reasonably priced car? I could just name it like the AH for AutomationHub, the AH RPC. Reasonably priced car, very boring name. So 2 times production units, which... What? 2 times production units... Okay, so JackGo does still exist. He hasn't disappeared on a CIA mission. I'm not too sure what the symbols mean. I mean, I know I really should know, but I know, so it's 2 times production units. I'm not sure what the brackets are. I'm usually really good at maths, and I don't know why I'm confused here. 2 times production units, 17.5. Do you divide 17.5? Plus material costs. Let me get a calculator. Come here, Windows search. Calculator. Let me see. So I want 2 times, and the production units, let me check, is 109.46. 109.46. 2 times bracket production units bracket 17.5. I'm going to assume that means divided by. So at the moment we're at 12.5, and then we add the material costs. I've probably got this completely wrong. Material costs is 7187.60. I don't think I got that right. Jack, go explain. I'm spending a long time calculating here. Oh well, I guess it's not really a big deal. So yeah, what can I name this beast of a machine? Okay. Oh! Okay. I get it now. It was all the double brackets and stuff that were confusing. So it's basically just the BODMAS method. I don't know what they teach in other countries, but to us it's called BODMAS, where you do the brackets and everything. But yeah, so we want production units. Get the game open again. Right, production units is 9.46 times by 17.5. Which gives us that, then plus material costs, which is plus 7187.6, which then gives us 9,103. Yeah, and only times it by 2, so a tad expensive. Yeah, $18,000, which so yeah, about $18,000, which will probably be about £15,000, possibly, maybe a little bit less. In fact, it will probably be about 12,000. So actually, it's not really too bad. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's expensive for a reasonably priced car, but it's still kind of reasonably priced. Especially when you see that it does 55 miles to the gallon, which is, in American terms, that is very good. Not sure about an exact figure, but it's very economical. So I don't know. I don't think we're gonna hold out too much for any names. So I think I'll just name it AutomationHub Reasonably Priced Car. Very, very creative name with a lot of philosophy and a good story behind it. It's the AutomationHub Reasonably Priced Car. And now we save. And with that, gentlemen and gentlemen, that is the end of this stream, I'm afraid. So if you enjoyed, follow us on Twitch, catch all the streams there, you'll get notified when we go live. Like us on Facebook for all the updates and things that are going on and stuff like that. That will be facebook.com/AutomationHub. Also look at our YouTube channel, where we recently uploaded our very first AutomationHub Spotlight with a certain member of the forum. That is youtube.com/user/AutomationHub, or just search AutomationHub on YouTube. And that is that, people. So with that, I bid you farewell, and I will see you in the next stream, which I believe is on Friday, where I'll be actually not playing automation. We're going to do the first trial of AutomationHub something, where I play a different game. We haven't decided what we're going to call it yet, but expect it to be a very crappy, very terrible, very non-graphic intensive game, because my laptop is a piece of poo, as you may know. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Hopefully it will be a good one. Hopefully you'll enjoy it, seeing a change from automation, as the gameplay can be quite repetitive for some people sometimes. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Friday, probably 9 o'clock GMT, not certain yet, but there'll be an announcement on Facebook, on the forum. So I will see you guys then. Hopefully you'll be there. People watching now are all pretty loyal viewers, so I trust some of you will be there. So yeah, have a good evening / afternoon / morning, guys, and I'll see you next time.